Welcome to the channel, Jaden Chase. Now, if you agree that there must be justice for Donna Lee Donaldson and her family and that the accused Mr. Maitland must pay for his crimes committed, then drop a like on the video and of course, drop a comment in the comment section. Now, nation, the security guard, there's no way an on-duty security guard could state that he did not see Donna Lee Donaldson. Of course, he saw Donna Lee Donaldson and also saw Mr. Maitland leaving with the body. Now, according to prosecutors, there's video evidence that coincides with accounts made by Donna Lee's mother, Miss Sophia Lugg. Now, they stated that the evidence shows Mr. Maitland arriving at the Chelsea Manor apartment sometime after midnight and that he was driving his BMW motor vehicle and a female was visible in the passenger seat. Now, this observation also coincides with Mrs. Lugg's account that it was the accused man who picked up her daughter on the night of the 11th and also coincides with the accused accounts that he gave as a witness statement that he did indeed pick her up from her place of residence. Now, here's why people are saying the security guard that was on duty during the time of both Donna Lee's arrival and also during the time the body was being moved should talk. Is that based on the footage viewed by both the Crown and the neighbor, along with digital technicians, that Donna Lee was the woman being accompanied by the accused. How the security guard never see? How could the security guard not see? No, there's always been rumors and speculation that for one, the security guard is related to none other than Noel Maitland's baby mother. Now, people have also speculated that his whereabouts were unknown, but law enforcement did not turn to the media to ask for any assistance in locating him, meaning they did indeed speak with him. But keep in mind, this is a bail hearing, and the prosecutor is being cautious and smart by using specific pieces of evidence to stop the accused from getting bail, but she's not revealing all of the cards, seeing that there will be a murder trial and there will be pieces of evidence brought up in the murder trial that is not even needed to stop him from getting bail. We'll look on things like stopping a burial, the forensic evidence, the blood on the sneakers, the blood on the apartment. We'll look on the car wash attendant statement saying the amount of blood will come out of the couch. This couldn't have been an accident, stating that the amount of blood made it seem as if murder was committed. All of this is indeed enough to stop Mr. Maitland from getting bail, as we have seen thus far. And that is why these pieces of evidence are being presented in this hearing. But keep in mind, there's a lot more evidence in the possession of law enforcement. Because if it wasn't for the bail hearing, to date, people would not know that the law already spoken to the car wash attendant. They had already found the car wash. Once the LA Lewis did a drive by the car wash and said people are going, so the car washer, law enforcement in the circle, they did indeed visit that car wash and spoke directly to the individual who washed the couch. Them speak directly to the truck driver. Them take the truck in for forensic evidence or examination rather. So they were indeed following all the leads. But as they stated, while an active investigation is being conducted, them now go tell the people them all of what them do, so that people can have people outside, seeing that of course Mr. Maitland is behind the bars, but still have people out there. Them now go make them cover up evidence. There's also talk of accomplices that have not been arrested. To date, the only individual arrested for Donna Lee Donaldson's death is Noel Maitland. He's the only accused, but they have stated, based on evidence and statements, that accomplices, because when him go at the car washing, we go there with Smaddy. One thing for sure though, we have seen Jamaicans divided for different reasons. We have seen Jamaicans not agree on different topics, but we see them agree upon this, that there must be justice for Donna Lee Donaldson and her family. And if you agree, drop your like on the video. Of course, drop your comment in the comment section. Tell me if you agree that these pieces of evidence prove Mr. Maitland's guilt. And if so, Mr. Maitland should then pay for the crimes he has committed. Now, on to other stories making headlines today.
So where you come from? What's your ID? Tell him. Where you come from? Have your ID? Sit down and take off your shirt. Sit down. Sit down. See nice. Do this again. Everything will then come. Sit down. Sit down. Stretch out your hand. Stretch out your foot them. Stretch out your foot them. Stretch out your hand. No. Stretch out your hand. Put on your shirt. Stretch out your hand. Stretch out your hand. Where name? Spin over your hand. Alright. Talk man name. Where your name? Yo. Now look for you. Where your name? Where you come from? Buff Bay you come from. Alright, you, where your name? What that? Where you come from? Alright. So when I come with flashlight, when I come with things to break people in B0d. It's from sewer down on the bag, I realize that people place when I come broke. Card, and bomb up. How much? Yo. 20. 20, how much? 20. How much? Blood clot. How much? How yeah. Where much is there? Put your foot and talk. You're in a right to talk. You're silent. Brother, I share you with no my.
Now, truth be told, things like this, crimes being committed against farmers in rural parishes across the country, billions. When people go to the people in farm and take them livestock, take them cash crop, it's a major setback for the economy. And in this day and age where people have to work so hard to rear these animals, work so hard to grow them food crops, for people just walk in on them farm and just take them things, it can't work. So. At no point in time, it can't work. So once the things like this that take place, this is just a sign, a deterrent to other would-be criminals who feel like them just go down to St. Mary and take the people them things. The people them prepared for. Tell me what you think. This is justified based upon what I see. And as we know, with law enforcement being understaffed, overworked, and underpaid, you have places where them just not gonna reach there in time. People in the communities need to group together and make sure say crime and violence stay out on the community. Like I said to St. Mary, good initiative. Now on to the other stories making headlines today. Now, law enforcement is also investigating the death of a 25-year-old man identified as Shudien Muir, otherwise called Bro, a laborer of Petersfield in Westmoreland. Now he was found dead, riddled with bullet holes, hours after leaving a bar in the area. Now the police are theorizing that the man was killed between 1 a.m. and 5:55 p.m. It is said that the man was at a bar. He then left at about 12 midnight. Now, people who were also at the bar stated that following his departure, they heard explosions, but said that was at about 1 a.m. Now, coming to the vicinity of Muir's house, however, the police were not alerted. At the first, ever hear the people must have hear loud explosions, but no call in. Because normally, as you know, when things like this take place in communities, either at the time patrol is taking place or it is called in. This is how law enforcement know that a crime is either taking place or was committed. And this is why we say, we talk about crime and violence and the fight against crime and violence on the island. People need to be aware of things like this. There's no fight against crime and violence without the people. There's no stopping crime and violence with no support from the communities where crime and violence is either creating havoc, or this is where the criminals are leaving from to create criminal or commit criminal activity in other places. Unless the people team up with law enforcement, There is no fight against crime and violence. Let's just keep that in the perspective and the minds of the people. Now, it is said that residents later stumbled upon Muir's body at 5:55 p.m. same day, and then alerted law enforcement. Now, it is said that upon further investigation by law enforcement, his house was also ransacked, and that a DVR for his camera system was also missing. Talk to me, people. Tell me a thing. Now, if you're new to the channel, just pass through, but you like the reason, and of course you like the point of view, well, I'm suggesting that you click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, and of course put it on all, and this is how you'll be notified of all fresh content. Now, until the reason again, my sentiments for you and yours is, of course, for you to live, love, and prosper, and for you to stay tuned until the reason again.